and advance. Charge them. They're all alone.
Heaven be praised!
No, but keep going backwards. 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 We're fine. We're fine. No panic. Keep those shields up. Shield wall on my left and right here. Quick, quick, quick. Keep going backwards. And hold here. Hold. Charge.
Civil war has came to the clan of Bretonnia. We march to the battlefield where factions have picked their sides. We form up, gripping our weapons tightly as we wait. The leaders of either side parley in the centre of the battlefield. Their discussion will decide the fate of if brother will fight brother, father against son. They have denied the king's justice and the lady's will. Prepare to die. The king rejoins his army and rides down the front of the battle line. The peace talks have failed. The men cheer. The blood is up. They are with their king. Order, advance.
Watch out for... Stick together!
Welcome back to the best multiplayer Bannerlord content. You join us now on the battlefield as we begin to form up as the enemy comes from our right from the woods. But as we're forming up,
And hold left face. Play brace.
their cavalry come from the rear doing massive damage to anyone unaware.
Shield wall. Make a shield wall.
As both armies eye each other up, the cavalry for both teams is doing a great job at harassing infantry and archers alike.
Hold here next to these guys. Make it nice and straight, and there should be two deep all the way along.
This is a really epic battle. The enemy infantry almost look like Roman legionaries as they begin to advance in our position. The arrows begin to fly as the skirmish phase has begun.
Looks like there's going to be a cav fight on the left side.
Both teams consist of nearly 200 soldiers, making nearly 400 players. Most of the enemy infantry seems to be on our right side, so I make the decision to reform.
Right face. Moving out. Shield wall on my left and right here. Quick.
The right flank has already engaged.
And we're going to charge to the left. Right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's charge to the left now. Go.
Our timing is very lucky as the enemy formation breaks to reposition. By now, fighting has erupted all the way along both battle lines.
Nice one, guys. Get stuck in.
The soldiers of my unit are doing a great job at smashing back the enemy. However, because these battles are so big, it's extremely hard to know what's going on at the rest of the battlefield. Our left side seems to be doing fine, but the right side of our formation has all but been destroyed as the enemy comes storming down, rolling up our line as they go. I get absolutely demolished as the rest of the enemy forces come down hard on those already fighting on our left side. Victory to the enemy for this round. We form up again at the spawn, ready to march out and meet the enemy. As our army makes our way over to the open field, the enemy's forces are mirroring our own. We begin to form up as the arrows fly overhead. We're positioned on the far right side of our formation. The enemy take the initiative and they advance on our position first.
Get ready to charge. Back row, you're going to flank round the right. Okay, ready? And charge them. Go.
Take that ground!
Flank round the right. Circle them.
The start of this battle has begun here on the right flank.
Watch out for those guys with the two-handers. The guys in the black robes. There's the king.
You're watching almost 400 players. I truly believe this is the best medieval experience you can get on a modern video game. It is so difficult to survive in these battles. Not only are you trying to kill the guy in front of you, but you have to watch your rear as anyone can easily stab you from behind. I've made a terrible mistake here and I've pretty much lost sight of my entire unit. I always say to the men, fight together or die alone. Just looking around the battlefield where I am, there's almost no allies and we have pretty much lost this right flank. And in the blink of an eye, I go down as the men of the right side move on over to the left. The enemy is holding the objective. Our cavalry make one final charge across the battlefield, taking out a few infantry with them, but it's not enough, and the enemy take another round. Well played. In this new round, we make our way to the battlefield as quick as we can and form up.
Fill in those gaps, nice and straight.
The rest of the army is right behind me, and I notice the unit opposite us is pretty much alone, and I take the initiative to charge.
I get it to advance. And advance. We're going to smash them. We're just going to smash them, boys. Get them now. Charge them. They're all alone.
The enemy make a big mistake here by being so split from the rest of their forces, but they hold well.
Doesn't matter, they're all alone. Careful if you're flanking, be careful. Here come the enemy.
We are picking this unit apart as their allies are slowly moving up, and some of them are on our left flank.
This is good, this is good. VSC on the far left, don't worry about it.
The fighting rages on as we are slowly getting the upper hand, curling the line around against our enemy. We're doing very well on this round. I eventually will go down, but our forces are able to push up over through the battlefield. Over on our left side, the enemy's contested quite well, as there's a bit of a stalemate there, but we are generally winning. With the battle going in our favour, many of our soldiers make a good effort to reform and attack the enemy again. Our spread out enemy are no match for this large blob of units going through, cutting them down. We eventually recapture the objective, but then this is when it all goes wrong. Most of the enemy cavalry are still alive and they go completely unchecked, as slowly but surely they take out soldier after soldier. Despite having more soldiers, the cavalry slowly whittle us down. The battle ends with an arrow in the back. Moving on to the last round, we march to the battlefield once more as we form up, waiting for the rest of our forces to pass us. My plan for this battle was to act as reserves. Wherever the enemy hit hardest, we would go. However, my plan goes out the window pretty quickly, as you'll see. The enemy cavalry swoops by, but we are not their target. On the hill behind us, we see the enemy flag. The enemy has came far round our right flank, behind the hill. Despite wanting to be the reserves, it appears I am now at the front of the battle line.
At the front, right, reform the shield wall on our right.
At this point, I am actually panicking a little bit because we are so far away from the rest of our forces. Normally, you should never step back, but
I get ready to fall back, and fall back guys, fall backwards.
the enemy senses blood and their entire army is here. We have to work together to get out alive.
We're not going to turn and run though, boys. We have to fight, we have to fight. Oh, where's that? I'm hoping the rest of our team has seen them. Keep going backwards, keep going backwards, keep going backwards. Keep going backwards, keep going backwards, keep going backwards. We're fine, no panic, keep those shields up. And hold here, hold. Charge.
I go down very early, but the battle has just begun as fighting breaks out across the battlefield. The enemy's got a nice shield wall here as we try and make a dent. You can almost see the battle line where the yellow meets the red, going along down towards the sea flag. That's where the fighting is thickest, but there are fights going on to the left and to the right that you can't see off screen. The cavalry are like sharks as they circle the fish. And when the time's right, they surge through the middle of the melee, getting a couple of kills. Over on the far side of the battle, it appears the round shields of the VSC seem to be getting the better of us. But here in the centre, we seem to have the fight still in our favour. Both teams have lost 100 soldiers already. This battle is very spread compared to the other fights. Most of the fighting now appears to be 1 versus 1s all over. As time passes, the enemy's blood seems to be soaking the earth more than our own, and the numbers are in favour for our team finally for this final battle. And it will go on like this till the end. Overall, we win this battle, but we do lose the war. The civil war is over, and the Bretonnians can go home knowing that peace will come tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, please subscribe. There's many more videos to come, many more maps, many more battles. If you're interested in joining, there's some details in the description to join the BRE clan. There are other clans out there, please go have a look on the Tailwards forums. But otherwise guys, thank you very much. Glory to Bretonnia. Glory to the Empire.